You know, you mentioned earlier about how the Bill of Rights were part of the original package, so to speak. Can you discuss the major issues involved in the movement to add the Bill of Rights?
Sure. Again, if you look at the folks who opposed ratification of the Constitution, the so-called anti-federalists, their concern was not that the newly created national government would lack power. Their concern was it would have too much power and become despotic, the way another government that was located hundreds or thousand miles away did. Because you've got to remember, in that time, a few hundred miles was like a few thousand miles given the state of communication and transportation. So there was a fear that the new central government could repeat the terrible experience the colonists had with Great Britain. So a Bill of Rights was an attempt, one of many different strategies, to ensure that the newly created government, while robust, would be kept within bounds. Now, not everybody agreed that a Bill of Rights would be a helpful thing. In fact, James Madison, early on, said he thought a Bill of Rights could be counterproductive for the following reason. One of the other strategies the framers used was the idea embodied in now the 10th Amendment, which is the federal government would have limited enumerated powers. Anything that was not explicitly, or not explicitly, anything that was not given to the federal government could not be exercised by the federal government. Now, what Madison said was, if you go ahead and identify certain things that the federal government cannot do, that creates an implication that in the absence of that Bill of Rights provision, the federal government would have had the power to do it, which puts pressure on your enumerated powers strategy. I'll give you kind of a modern day example. When you come up to an intersection and you want to make a U-turn, a 180-degree turn, you don't look for a sign that says U-turn okay. You look for one that says no U-turn. And if you don't see a no U-turn sign, you figure you're okay. That's what Madison worried about with regard to a Bill of Rights, that we would get in the habit of saying, well, if there's no sign telling the federal government they can't do something, then they're okay to do that, and that puts pressure on the enumerated power strategy that the framers wanted to depend on.